Japan beating Ghana by 4-1. But just to give you an insight of what happened really in the game, my colleague Kelvin Owusu has joined me in the studio to just have a discussion on the game and make sense of the Black Stars' performance in there. Kelvin, what do you make first of the Black Stars' performance? Should we be worried?
Well, I don't think we should be too worried. This was more like an exercise for us to know the deficiencies in our team. Let's not forget, Otoado picked the team against Nigeria in a very cagey encounter. All he had to do was just do anything he had to do to qualify us for the World Cup. He did that, came to the African Nations Cup qualifiers, won the first game, which we played very well. But against Central African Republic, we all understand how we managed to get that result. They were too ragged and the players had to abstain from injuries. Let's not forget they were going to that game with a lot of injuries, so some did not even commit themselves so much. So this was more like a trial, because with a 33-man squad now watered down to 18, with some of the players who haven't even tasted the Black Stars game at international level, there was a lot to just be patient for. So I think this is more like a very good test for Otoado. He's realized the deficiencies. He knows where the team lacks and then knows which kind of game and players to call next. So this was more of an education, or do I say a lesson to Coach Otoado and the technical team.
Let's talk about Jordan. Really good goal there.
Well, brilliant, excellent. I think in a long while he hasn't been able to score, and it's been a problem for some of us, though his work ethics on the field are great, his passing, his energy levels, his hold-up play. But when he starts scoring some of these goals, that was an excellent finish, the mark of a very good striker. He picked his spot, perfect execution, accuracy on point. That is what we need to do. And I think it would only whip up his confidence to get in a lot more goals. We all know how he managed to get that Crystal Palace move after an excellent African Cup of Nations tournament. If he continues to do that for the Black Stars, I wish we had an international break for like 3 months where he would have been active for the Black Stars to score a lot of goals, whip up his confidence, and then ahead of the World Cup, it would have been just excellent. I hope he continues in the same vein when he moves to club football.
Well, but, I mean, Kelvin, you've mentioned that Otto will see this as a trial and stuff like that. But I think that generally this year, it hasn't been a really good year for the Black Stars, albeit qualifying for the World Cup. This is the Black Stars' 8th game, 9th game, and we've won just once.
Yes, I think
it's terrible. Really.
It's very poor. It's very poor. And if you look at him, I think Otoado has just managed 5 games now, 2 against Nigeria, and then 2 in the Nations Cup qualifiers, and just this one. He's yet to really get a system that will fit for the team. You can all understand he wants to play from the back, but are the materials he needs available? No. Just look at how he managed to switch in between the players in there. For someone like Mubarak Wakasu, if you want to play a progressive football from defense, transit into midfield, great attacking lines, someone who has been out of football or club football, active football for the past close to 11 months or 10 months, you don't engage such a person in a high-intensity game like what Japan gave us today. Let's not forget the Japanese are not that bad. Brazil struggled, they labored. They had to take Neymar's penalty to beat them. So for me, I think, yes, going forward, just like I said, Otoado and his men will go and sit down, understand the players, what they are made of, and then provide or develop a system that can really suit the current crop of players we have.
So our next game is against Chile. Are you foreseeing an improved performance from what we saw today?
Well, certainly, I'm sure that we are going to see an improved performance. This time around, not knowing the players well, they just decided to play a 3-back system, and I think some of the players didn't understand each other. You may have very quality players in there, Daniel Amati, Kudus Mohamed, but if you don't have players who are going to complement their efforts for the team to really have their groove, it is always going to be difficult. So in knowing this, I'm sure in subsequent games, he's just going to understand the players. Then I should either alter my tactics, not play a 5-back system, move into a 4-back and then a 4 midfield and then maybe 2 attack, or 4-3-3 to help the fluidity in the team. Chile lost their game to Tunisia by 2-0. So it gives us that confidence. Yes, we can also go in there, do our bets, and then get some very good results from that game.
Kelvin, thank you very much for joining me. That was Kelvin Owusu, my colleague here at 3Sports.